Welcome reading number one. You chose the Hierophant, the Mentor, number five. I love this for you guys because it really is all about change and transformation. And I feel like you guys are really going to step into your mentor role in this new moon in Gemini. I think a lot of things are going to change for you guys once Mercury goes direct. I feel a really good energy about that. Hold on. The sun just came out. Oh, when I looked down, it was number 28, if that means anything to you guys. And what is 28? The number 10. What is 10? You take off the 0, 1, new beginnings. What is 5? What is half of 10? 5. Woo, you guys. Yes. Some major changes and transformation. I love reading from this book because I think that they have such a perfect way of describing the energy. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see the Hierophant. Look at her. She's like, hello. Oh my gosh, that's you guys. Look at how beautiful you are. And look at the energies. You see the glitter all around there? Like the spirit had me put the flames in certain areas. It's like, I mean, look at this. Like they're like talking to you. Okay, so the key words for the Hierophant are education, tradition, wisdom, inspiration, and philosophical thinking. Reading rituals from a book flower, mentor is always in pursuit of knowledge. See, she's reading a book. A spiritual advisor. Oh, he. Interesting. I said a she, but it's this feels like they're saying he, so I want to put it as a masculine energy, the Hierophant. A spiritual advisor. Oh, okay. Spirit just said there's no gender on these cards. So, okay. Okay. I'm doing as I'm told. A mentor is always in pursuit of knowledge. A spiritual advisor, they are a wise teacher and keeper of esoteric knowledge. In the summoning of deeper understanding, bells are rung by accomplices on either side of them. Confident in their teachings, they lay the foundation for a belief system, drawing security and comfort from their roots. Their experience gives them the wisdom needed to teach others as well. Gain wisdom by nurturing your spirit and pass down the wisdom you've gained. With your good intentions and discipline, seek trustworthy advice from others who offer great knowledge. Devote yourself to a new life ritual or routine that complements personal growth. So let's pull some clarifiers. I'm going to pull some clarifiers and see what Spirit says. Also, just so you guys know, like it's been like icky. The weather's been kind of like, and right now it's so bright. And it's interesting because do you ever see that where like the sky is like really dark, but yet there's like this patch of like light? That's how it is right now. It's like all around I see really dark, and then all of a sudden there's like the sun coming through. And there's blue sky. I'm looking behind there, and then there's like a little patch of blue sky. So that's for you. That's for you. Also, one of the other cards, one of the other readings that that I'm going to be doing, obviously you're the first one, but one of the other ones was the Sun card. So if you were drawn to that, that's not for everybody, but the fact that it came out, I feel my attention has come to that. But also, if we look really closely, hold on. It's like there almost looks like there's like a sun above them, But now that I look closely, look at those fish. So we could also be dealing, with Pisces energy, Cancer, Scorpio, water energy. This could be you. This could be somebody else. But look at all the detail in that. Okay. And see how they're ringing their little bells there? Look at how cute those creatures are. Also, whenever you see an animal in these readings that I do or in these cards, always take that as a sign to research that animal. If you're drawn to it, it's not a requirement. If you're new and it's not a requirement. It's not like that. The interesting thing is our tribe is really cool because we're made up of all different, let me go down a little bit. We're made up of all different types of creatures. Some that have been woke for a really long time and some that are just waking up. But they're so powerful. It's like they're going to wake up really, really fast. Like for some of us, I can speak for myself and say, even though I could say it's been a 50-year journey, it's more like, because I'm 50, right? But definitely in the last like 11 years, I have been working on myself like diligently, like my spiritual side. So for some of you, I feel like it's all going to come together once Mercury goes direct and, you know, everything starts to line up, we're going to get a really beautiful influx of beautiful energy from the universe in June. And we also have summer solstice or winter solstice. I know some of you here are in the Southern Hemisphere in our tribe. But either way, solstice is always like, you know, a really big beginning. Okay. Okay, so we pulled the 8 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse. And that's Scout. So when I got this deck, I loved that they named the characters, so I wrote them on there, just like the Hierophant in this is Mentor. That's their name. It's like, this is Scout. And that's nice. That looks like that's a waning crescent moon there. So let's see what Scout has to say. Let's move the Hierophant over a little bit. Now, Scout was in reverse. So let's see what they say. I would put it in reverse because I like to give that imagery, but I kind of feel like you guys want to see Scout more this way. So I'm doing what's right for you. Okay. P.S. The book opened right to it. Also, when I looked down, it was 620. So you can put in 620 angel number, or even just, you know, 62, or 6 + 2 is 8, like whichever, you know, calls to you, whatever feels right. Okay. So the keywords of the 8 of Cups are searching, transition, evolution, growth, and motion. But the reverse meaning is confusion over options and fear in a fearing the beginning of a new journey. Oh, don't be afraid. Oh my gosh, don't be afraid. This, now I see what Spirit's trying to say. Like, they're like, don't be afraid. This is who you really are. Like, you're the Hierophant, you're the Mentor. And there's something, for some of you guys, it's either someone or something. It could be a job, friends, family, whatever. But something is holding you back from what you're meant to do. You know, cups are also about emotion. I'm not a tarot reader. I do know how to read tarot to a degree, but I'm not an expert by any means. Most of you know I'm a psychic medium. I use mostly oracle cards, but I do use tarot. But I do know what they mean. And so the cups are about emotion. So I'm feeling like that's you guys, like you're having, you know, you're scared. Like, your emotions is fear. I mean, that's what they're trying to say. Fear, confusion, like you're not sure which way to go. And maybe this is how you're feeling right now. Like, you're just kind of floating in space. You're like, I don't even know where to go. Like, I don't know what to do. And Spirit's saying, you know that old saying, when you don't know what to do nothing. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And for some of you, I get it. If you're in the Hierophant energy, you know, you're a leader and you're a mentor. So you're just like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get this done. You know what I mean? The sign is shining even brighter now. You know what I mean? But you don't have to feed into that narrative. It's almost like, also I'm hearing for some of you, it's because you're watching too much. Stop watching what other people are doing. Who fucking cares what other people are doing? You know, let them do what they're going to do and you do what you're going to do. You know, your job is to follow the stars. You know what I mean? Like, that's your job. You know, that's your job. Let me bring some stars here. Right? It's like, why is it doing it? Hold on. Mercury retrograde, I love you. Normally, I've been playing with these for a while now, and I can really get it to work, but maybe it's not supposed to, so I'm not going to try it. But that's the whole point, is like following your inner compass. And you may not be going at the same speed somebody else is going, and that's okay. You're not supposed to. You think I'm not freaking the fuck out? For those of you who know what's going on, you know, like I have to move in 2 weeks. Like, we don't have an option. Like, we have to move. And I've been like, you know, trying so hard just to be like, I know Spirit has my back. I know Spirit has my back. You know what I mean? It's like, but on the outside, I'm like, Spirit's got my back. I know they got my back. And I do feel that, but then there's like that part of me, the third dimensional energy, that old programming that's like, oh, but what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Where are you gonna go? What's gonna happen? And my higher self is like, do you know, trust, you gotta trust, you know, and the Spirit is saying that to me. Do you trust us? And I was like, I do. And I'm like, they're like, but you don't though. Because if you trusted us, you would know that we're leading you to exactly where you're meant to be. I always say to you guys, a wizard arrives exactly when they're meant to, right? From Gandalf, from Lord of the Rings. It's the same thing for you. You are the wizard in this scenario, right? If you're in this tribe, we are the same. And, you know, in terms of like, you're a light worker, you've got a purpose here. You have a very, very special purpose here. You know, that's why I don't have a gazillion followers or millions and millions of people following me. Maybe eventually I will, I don't know. But at least for now, it's like, I know this is exactly where I'm supposed to be, because I'm helping people to wake up and to, you know, find their mission. That's my job, is to help the fellow light workers. It's not my job to, like, you know, be like, ooh, you're going to get married in 3 months. It's like, I've never been like that. Ever since I've been a medium, I don't, as you guys know, a lot of times I don't say projections. If you didn't watch the beginning of this, the reading for the collective, you know, Spirit was like showing me some apocalyptic shit that's going to happen in the next 100 years. And, you know, and it was kind of freaking me out. But then they were also showing me like how beautiful the planet is. And then they were playing me all these songs like, you know, don't worry about it, everything's going to be fine. I mean, my phone's on shuffle, right? And it went from like, I heard the music from Armageddon. I'm like, oh, I love this song. I'm like, this is beautiful. I'm like, Armageddon. I'm like, science fiction. Like, I'm like, should I say something to them? Should I, you know, is this one of the songs? And then it was like, after that was like, God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay, whatever. Remember Christ our Savior was. But it was more for like Spirit saying like, don't worry about it. Like, God rest you merry gentlemen. Like, it's going to be fine. Like, don't worry. Like, we got your back. We need you to stay in a high vibration. Stay in a high vibration. But yeah, shit's going to happen. You're going to see more shootings. You're going to see more horrible things. Everything gets worse before it gets better. Always. We haven't hit rock bottom. It may seem like it. It may look like it, but we have not, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean you have to walk around with fear. They want you to walk around with love in your heart, because the more love and good energy we put out into the universe, the more the universe responds in kind. It's energy. We are all energy, you know? So if, you know, I was trying to think of an analogy of, I just saw a picture of, oh gosh, what was that movie? It'll come to me, but it was like, it was almost like this, like plasmic sea creature energy. I think it was The Abyss, it was called, you know, and it was, but they realized that it responded to, I think that was the movie, correct me if I'm wrong, please, but you know, it was like, where it was like in a really good energy, but when people are like freaking out, they're like, what's that, it was starting to like tense up. And that's what it is. It's like energy responds in kind, karma responds in kind. You don't have to concern yourself about what, you know, Jim Bob Billy Joe's gonna do over here, or what Mary Sue Kate's gonna do over there. It's like, you just have to like stay in your energy and focus on you, right? Like your cups. And scout, you're the mentor and the scout. Like, look at it like this. Like, when you're up above and you're not sure what's going on, this is when you need to be the observer. This is when you observe what's going on, you know, and you're seeing it from a higher level, from a higher perspective. And yeah, it's emotional, right? But Spirit's saying, don't act from your emotions. We can't act from our emotions. Also, they wanted me to bring up the number 8 in the tarot guide is about transformation, progress, the next step, regaining balance. 4 + 4 = 8, stability. It's the welcome card after the struggle of 7, right? Because 7s can be very hard. It's about offers coming in, resolution, mastery, and taking action, and seeing your accomplishments coming to fruition. So they've been watching you. They've seen you. They know what you're doing. They are so happy and joyful. And 1332. For those of you who are new, every time I call it a number like that, if you're called to it, you go and look it up. You go to whatever search engine, you put in 1332, angel number, you know, whatever, just put in 1332 meaning even. You know, it's different for everybody. Some people take things from the Bible, some don't. It's up to you. I think there are some beautiful things in the Bible, because I try to remember that the Bible was written by humans. So there's always going to be a little bit of truth and a little bit of, you know, not so truth, right? But there's pearls of wisdom everywhere. You know, you can pick up any book and still find a pearl of wisdom. Okay, so the next card is the King of Coins. The King of Coins, but it was in reverse. Okay. Oh, excuse me, the Knight of Coins. I even was looking, knew it was a knight, but interesting. So look at that. Caution and dedication. Caution and dedication. I don't know if the horse is dedication or caution, or if the energy is the knight. But they're saying to do this with caution and dedication. And remember why you're doing it. You know, like why are you here? What did you come here to do? You know, Everybody's got a dream. What's your dream? Pretty woman, right? Like, what's your, and also the feathers represent air. You know, we're in this Gemini energy. We're in the new moon in Gemini. So use this air energy to keep you floating above, to give you a higher perspective, to breathe when it's starting to feel like you just want to punch somebody through a wall. They're not saying to change who you are. They want you to stay who you are, but like keep the strength of you, but like not all the anarchy and the violence, right? This isn't about revenge. Everybody here is just living their best life and telling their own story as best they can. And if you're under somebody else's thumb, you know, you're living somebody else's story. That's a whole different story in itself. So the Knight of Coins, the key words for the Knight of Coins are practical, patient, loyal, and reliable, and protective. But in reverse meaning, it says delays, poor planning, and lack of imagination. So you may have some delays on your journey. You know, that's okay. Especially now, like this, if you're watching it real time, we're in the last week of Mercury retrograde. So, you know, it's like, give it some time. You know, they talk about the shadow before any energy, but definitely with the Mercury retrograde, there's always like that 3 weeks before and the 3 weeks after. It's like retrogrades really kind of last for about 9 weeks, but it gives, but it gives us time. You know, retrogrades are about going back and looking at something again, because sometimes the ego tells us, oh, we know, oh, I know that, I learned that already. But the soul knowledge is always, the mentor is always seeking knowledge. The mentor is always seeking knowledge. The mentor isn't like, oh, I know everything. I don't need to learn anything else ever again. It's like, no, that's what makes them who they are. But don't you think it's interesting that we've got this energy here where she's just kind of like they're just kind of biding their time. They're reading their book. They're like, you know, hanging out, you know, reading to everybody else. They're ringing the bells. They're keeping the energy clean. But look we've got movement here, and they're all moving forward. So that's what Spirit wants you to do, is move forward. Just keep moving forward every day. Every minute, every second, every minute of every day, try your best to think positively and think loving thoughts for another person. Even if you feel like they did you wrong or whatever, it's like, it doesn't matter, because of course it matters that they did that. But like what I'm saying is, we can't live in someone else's story, right? Or their methodology. It's different for all of us. So the lack of imagination is Spirit is saying you're trying too hard to move forward instead of just letting yourself float to the answers. Like, look at this knight's waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting for something. They're at the edge of the hill. They're waiting. It's like, you're almost there. So just keep going. Keep using this energy. And like I said, you're going to feel much better once everything is done. Are there any more messages, Spirit? Do we have any more messages for reading number 1? Any more pearls of wisdom that you would like to give them? Let's see. Any more? 1810 when I look down. Oh, which is also the number 10. You're right, Spirit. Yes. Like, you guys are at the finish line. You're at, like, literally, you're at the finish line. You're so close. That's why you're feeling a little unsettled too, I'm hearing from Spirit, is because you're so freaking close. You're so close. Oh, look at this. Wait till you see this card that you guys pulled. Oh my goodness. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know if it was in reverse or not because I wasn't paying attention. So we'll like go by both meanings, but look at this. The Fool. And the Fool in the tarot, it's a 0 for a reason, because that means that you guys are so connected to everything. So we have Prudence is, I believe, the Fool in this card, and Jaunt is their little bat. So I'm going to read you both things from this card. Oh, do you want to look? I just heard somebody were like, I want to see it closer. Okay. I love that I can hear you guys even when you're not. So you can see this card. There's a lot of cool stuff going on that card, isn't it? And look at them. Yes, they're also at the edge of a cliff right above the water. And what did I say? You're right at the precipice. And this is the last card, I believe. And if that's the case, did you notice that that's water? So we are in an air sign, right? The new moon, I said this at the beginning, if you watched the beginning one, we are going into, well, we're in the air sign of Gemini. But then after that, you know, towards the end of this new moon in Gemini will be Cancer, which is water. So it could even be for some of you guys that, you know, right around solstice, you know, we have this powerful new moon in Sagittarius, excuse me, full moon in Sagittarius. I believe it's a super moon too, on the 14th. So that's really, really, really powerful. Let me see. Let me look at my calendar. I just realized I haven't really looked at my calendar for June. So yeah. Yeah, Cancer season actually begins on the summer solstice, and it's also the last quarter moon, which is very interesting because in this one is the waning crescent. So we have the last quarter moon, that's all on the 21st, but the waning crescent's on the 25th. So I feel like for you guys, things are going to really, really open up around the 25th of June. Okay. So no frets, no fears, no, also, I forgot that Spirit had me do this. Sometimes they give me like little things for the, I don't know if you guys, I don't want to burn anything, but do you see where it says, here comes the sun? So the angel numbers for June are 1971 and 2009. So very, very, very interesting. I was actually born in 1971, so that's really powerful to me. And I believe it was 2009 was the last time that Jupiter was in Aries. So here comes the sun. That makes so much sense. I feel like once summer solstice really comes in, like everything's just going to, like this full moon's going to kind of like burst everything open. We'll be, by the time we get to the waning crescent, we'll be like 3 weeks after Mercury went direct. You know what I mean? So I feel like you guys are going to finally feel like you're going to be able to breathe. You're going to finally feel like you can breathe, and you're not alone. There's a lot going on, you guys, and Spirit's just telling you, like, they got your back. You got this. You got this. So I'm going to read from the book because, like I said, I really enjoy these. I really enjoy this. Also, it doesn't matter like what words or phrases or whatever go around tarot. The one thing that I found over the years is reading from different tarot deck designers and those who have downloaded the messages, they all have something different to say. And isn't it great to get something from a different, higher perspective from somebody else? So this says the Fool. I'm going to read all of it. So the keywords are spontaneity, beginning, freedom, curiosity, and intuition. And it says jaunt. We'll go in a little closer on her so you guys can see her. The Fool. Also, can I just show you really quickly my beautiful peonies? I got 1 peonies at the farmer's market yesterday, or Saturday. It was my partner's, my husband's birthday. And so I didn't want to make it about him, but I'm like, dude, I have to get a peonies. I cannot wait until it opens. It's that like really dark purpley one too. It's going to be so pretty. Okay, anyway, so Jaunt spreads her wings as she leans forward to smell a flower, unaware that she is so close to the edge of a cliff. Her bat companion, Prudence, pulls her back from the monster-infested water below. A spider dangles from its web on her staff, a reminder that she's in charge of weaving her own life. Venturing forth with a fresh start, Jaunt embodies the spirit of discovery. She believes in herself, knowing that her possibilities are endless. Trust your inner voice to guide you to travel the road that is best for you. Operate from the essence of your true self and use your energy wisely. Look beyond the horizon for opportunities. See the world with new eyes. Be inspired and follow the magic that life has to offer. Yes. And look at how she's going towards, they had me put the amethyst specifically right here. And, you know, amethysts are all about overcoming addiction and healing. It's like, it's one of the most powerful healing crystals on the planet. So I feel like even that, it's like you're going towards healing. Like you're not allowing like the past and things to bother you. Again, look at how they're going forward. I mean, there are no accidents here, you know? As I was saying that, I heard them ask me to go back and read all of Knight of Coins. And so the Knight of Coins says, dedication. The old-fashioned Knight of Coins sits thoughtfully upon his blue horse named Caution. With a coin shield in hand, he watches all from his quiet spot on a hill. He possesses the patience and perseverance to accomplish all of his tasks. Oh, what did you say, Spirit? Oh, yeah. Also, you know, coins are material, like wealth. You know, it's also about grounding. So if that helps in that, they wanted me to bring that out. Okay. Attachment. Yes, 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 yes. With the coin shield in hand, he watches all from his quiet spot on a hill. He possesses the patience and perseverance to accomplish all his tasks. When he makes a promise, he always sees it through. A dedicated worker, his persistence is inexhaustible. Never back down from responsibility and always hold true to your word. Devote your time and effort to see that a project wraps up successfully, staying in course with the best plan of action. A project may be slow and steady, but by remaining grounded, your potential for success is great. To break through any mundane tasks, bring a little spontaneity into your life. Also, I feel like that's for some of you, like maybe you are writing a book because, this book came back to my mind. So it could be maybe you guys are waiting on something, or like the ideas haven't come yet and they're like, just wait. Like Gemini's just coming, like this new moon in Gemini is just opening up. Like give her time to that's why like a peonies, right? They last a really long time and they take like right now, I'm going to lift this up. The flower is in a really tight bud. I know that the lighting's not super great, right? It's in a really tight bud right now, but eventually she's going to open up and she's going to, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to knock her over. Hold on. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like she's going to open up layer by layer by layer. I know you can't really see that right now. I'm going to be using her for for these readings. But do you hear what they're saying? So use this Gemini energy, your magic, your creativity, all the things that we spoke about. And like I said, if you didn't watch the video before this, I highly recommend you go back and watch it for the collective because it was really, really good. But the bottom line for you guys is these are your new beginnings. This is what Spirit wants you to concentrate on and just keep moving forward. I mean, I love when a reading does something so beautiful like poetry like that. Also, for some of you, if you're interested, I just posted a new reading on my TikTok channel today. It was really good. We used the Samhain Oracle, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And there's some really good pearls of wisdom in there and some education as well on hauntings and ritual. I forget what and mischief, and about witches and working, with our power, and with great strength comes great responsibility and all that kind of stuff. It might behoove you to go check that out. If I remember, I'll put, sometimes Spirit has me do a specific link to a TikTok reading instead of just my main one to my TikTok channel or whatever you call it. But anyway, if they call me to do that one specifically, which I think they probably will, you can just follow that. Just go to the description box below, look for TikTok, and there'll be a link there. Okay. So those are your messages. Reading number 1. I hope these helped you in any way. I love you so much. Keep on keeping on. Don't give up and keep your spirits high. I'll tell you something. My partner and I, when one of us is like starting to like freak out, both of us have been taking turns like waking up like, well, fuck, what are we going to do? What's going to happen? Where are we going to go? And then the other one will like put the other one in check. So if you have somebody in your life that helps you do that, make sure you reach out to them and just be like, I just need a few words of wisdom, just a few pearls of wisdom. Just like, give me something. If not, just meditate and Spirit will give them to you too, or ask to send you a message through music or a TV show or a movie or a book or something that you love that's entertaining to you. But you got the Hierophant, and you started with the Hierophant and you're ending with the Fool. That's so powerful, you guys. Believe in yourself because Spirit believes in you and I believe in you. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to. We are here to save the world. There's nothing crazy about that. You're not making that up in your head. You are here to help save Earth. We are here to work with Gaia. We are here to work with the energies and the forces in the galaxies to bring Earth back to the beautiful state of grace that she was meant to be in. Okay, you guys, all of my information is in the description box below, and I'll see you at the next reading. Blessed be. Aho.